Hey everyone, it's been quite a few days since I have been down here painting. I think the last painting I did was Wednesday. Today is Monday. As I've mentioned before, we've been working on our bathroom and bedroom. So I spent from Friday at 4 p.m. till Sunday at about 3 p.m. I stopped to sleep, but otherwise I painted non-stop. I did in both rooms, painted the walls, and then 3 coats of white on the trim, and we had lots of trim because we had sliding closet doors and stuff. So a lot of painting. And now that, I mean, it just stinks of, paint upstairs, but I'm really pleased with the results. I don't even know if you'll be able to see this. I'll show you on my phone. I have, like, this is the bathroom. I hung up, oh, I don't think you can really see it. One of my paintings that I just love. And this is the one, that one right there is one I wanted to get rid of. That was from the early days of, it was the alcohol, no alcohol pour. And I didn't like how it looked, but I was told that it, people are like, oh, I really like it. And people on the acrylic pouring page were like, we like it, we like it. So there's so many that said they like it. And I still was unsure and almost painted over it. And turns out I put it in that bathroom and it is like a star. It is perfect. So now I agree with some of you. Maybe I do, a little critical at first because it ended up being really good. But this painting I am painting over today. I don't even know if I ever posted the video for it. This was 2 flip and drags, and I don't like the colors. I don't know. It's green, red, gray, and purple, and I just find it terribly unattractive. And this has been sitting around since summer. So this I've sat on, I think, even longer than the other one. And still, I've looked at it every day and been like, no, don't like it. So I'm going to paint over it. And I'm using, as an open cup, this was one of the light fixtures I took out of the bedroom, or the bathroom. It was like one of those old school ones where it's a mirror, like a rectangular mirror with the 3 bulbs. It reminds me of what would go around like an actor's, dressing room thing. So it's really, really smooth here. This side is sharp, but this side's really smooth. So I think it should glide really nicely. And I do want to thank some sponsors who have donated this month. I really appreciate it. It helps a lot. To Bradner Street Soap Company, Janice Larson, Pam Rosenthal, Kathy Spearley, and Karen Scheisser, who wanted me to mention her website, which is octopunks.com, octopunx.com. I don't have anything personally to do with that website, but, she contributed to my page and said, hey, I'd love it if you mentioned this. And I'm always more than willing to help out others that way, I mean, so some of you can go visit her and her page. And I'm going to use these colors in the open flip thread. And I also have another video coming up. I found this paint. This is 2 years old. But, so many of you can't find, or it's unavailable, the Dutch Boy. So I'm going to do Benjamin Moore. And this, it's white. It's called Cotton Balls, but so like the Dutch Boy is just the ultra white base. This one is actually colored to Cotton Balls. But I can't tell what finish it is. It doesn't say anywhere that I can find. But I'm guessing it's semi-gloss, but I really don't know. And maybe it says and it's too small and I can't see it. But I use that. I'm going to put gloves on. I use that. I bought, when I redid my dining room, I, again, painted all the trim. And, you know, painting trim white really makes things look just way different. Taking my Fitbit off, which is already covered in paint anyways. So I think I told you guys before. Oops, hang on. Oh, also sitting next to me, my friend gave me a rocking chair, and I spray painted it magenta for my bedroom. It's awesome, because I needed a place to, you know, toss my clothes when I don't want to fold them. Oh, yeah, I used that paint. I bought a table off, dining room table and chairs off of Craigslist. A great, I mean, heavy, sturdy wood. And she was selling it for $50, I think. And she was missing one of the, she found out as we were loading it that she was missing one of those long screws for the table. And I was like, oh, since you're missing that, you know, what about $40? She's like, all right. She just wanted to get rid of it. And then, so I painted the tabletop white, the legs black. I painted the chairs black. And then got lime green, like a lime green, black, gray, white, kind of florally pattern for the seats. It's pretty cool. So this is my Dutch Boy latex satin paint mixed with Floetrol and water. I've had a lot of people commenting lately, what's the white stuff you're pouring on? So now I'm not pouring on straight paint and I'm not pouring on straight Floetrol. It is mixed, and there is a video that shows me mixing it. I'm pretty sure this is not going to be enough paint, but we will see. I'm spreading out first. I've got tons of air bubbles. I sound like I'm losing my voice, don't I? Tons of air bubbles, which I will torch off of it before I do my pour. I hear a lot of movement upstairs and nobody's home but the dog. Now, normally I kennel her, but I didn't. So I'm hoping something naughty is not happening up there. Oh, my back is, well, my husband was here, he just went out running. But I had him put on one of those patches with lidocaine on my back. It feels really funny. I've never tried this one before. I tried to put it on myself earlier today, but apparently you can't take it off and on again to reset it because it totally lost all its stickiness. And then I was going to bring it back to work after lunch and have one of my friends at work do it because, you know, I don't care if they see my butt crack. But then I forgot. So, isn't that, yeah, that, I'm so ladylike, aren't I? Alright, I saw something in here as I was tilting it, but now I can't find it. There's like a lump of, oh, and this also, doing this cover up is a great way to also show you guys that, oh, I forgot to put paper down on my tray. Oh well. It's a great way to show that you can paint over a dark painting with white and that it still works. I still can't. I know there's something in there. Alright, I'm just going to torch out the air bubbles. It's cool to watch them pop. Except for that one, maybe that's not an air bubble. I don't know. Alrighty, so there's this. Let's see, let's start it. I'm going to start over here. I always start over there. These paints are Floetrol and water. Some of them may, I'm guessing most have a drop of this Spot On Treadmill silicone. But as I said, I haven't been down here in days, so I really can't remember what I had going on. Alright. You know what, I do have some. I was going to say, these have been sitting, so I'm just going to give a quick stir to them. And I'm just using the same side, because, you know, they're pretty much the same color. Obviously not with the yellow. So last time I painted, it might have been Thursday, because I remember, I think I was talking how my daughter came home from college sick, and she wasn't getting any better. And Thursday, or Friday night, even with just my cell phone flashlight, I could see her throat was just a bunch of nastiness. So I took her to the pediatrician. I'm just going to start layering these in here in no particular order. So I took her to the pediatrician, and the pediatrician's like, oh, I'm positive that this is mono, you know, and because her throat was nasty and she had fever, but they did. Now this is interesting. It's because they're inside it were like rings, so it's, let's see if I can zoom you down into that. Just gonna lift you up. See, because there were spokes in there. So it's kind of interesting. But Saturday night, maybe because of the threat of going to the doctor, her body started to feel better. And by yesterday, she was able to do a little homework, but she still stayed at the house. And then she slept over, and she went back to her dorm today. Yeah, I was just pretty thankful that we live in the same, you know, she goes to school in the same place. Because when she's in college, I don't see her. Like, I'll text her here and there, but not that often, because I want her to have independence. But had she been out of town, I probably would have had to have gone there to take care of her, because she was sick and she couldn't eat at all because she couldn't swallow. So that part, you know, that always gets a little worrisome, but she's fine. All right, so I'm going to start drag. Oh, you know what? This is like, because it's not straight down, it's got those hinges, like fingers almost coming up. It does not want to move very much. There we go. I wish you guys could see inside this thing, because it's like really weird in there. But now there's still, so you can still see there's like, I wonder what would happen if I just did that. Just let the rest of it drip out. Because that's not much color at all, is it? wheel. I'm trying to decide if I should start with this. I think I'm gonna get another one going. But now my daughter says she wants to come back over winter break. Because she initially was going to stay in the dorms. But now she's like, no, I think I want to come home. So my son will be gone winter break because he's going to Israel. So I suppose we will lose one kid and get another. My daughter went to Israel 2 years ago. 2 years ago? Yeah, 2 years ago. I'm gonna let that drip off again. This in and of itself is really pretty. Oh, I've got a really cool painting idea coming up. I just have to find the right materials. Now look at that because of the teeth. But it's a really cool idea and I'm very excited about it. I'm just cleaning this right now. I just want to do it while it's still wet. At least the best I can. Ah! So I had mentioned that I wanted to learn a little bit about you guys, and so a lot of you have replied telling me about yourselves. I love it. Got people from all over the world, which means there's crazy pouring people everywhere. It's a whole world phenomena. If only we could solve the world's ills with pouring. That looks like a little monkey face. Eyes and then the tongue. Or maybe a nose. Alright. Well, this isn't going well at all. I love this area and that area. But I don't like this pastel stuff. I'm trying to think, how can I replicate this? Because that looks cool. I wonder if I torch it first. Torching it first. See, torching allows me to see how much color is underneath the white. And there's really not that much. This area is so neat, but the rest is so blah. Wondering if I should do another drag. No, maybe I'll keep tilting it a little bit. There's some really pretty cells going on though. Yeah, you know what, I am gonna, what do I do with the middle thing? I'm not going to use the pink or red. It's interesting because these things in here, as I'm dragging, pulls the paint in and through. It's a really neat effect. Somehow I'm gonna have to zoom in as I do it and then zoom back out so you guys can see what it looks like. See, I love this look, but I don't know how to achieve that alone. Like, I don't know how that would work. Torch this area. Ooh, that'd be pretty all alone. So what was that? There was turquoise, black, and yellow. I might have to do that. Oh, no. Basically, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm looking at this, and I'm loving all of it individually, but not together. Total brain fart as to how to go about this one. I'm going to tilt it to this, my left corner, because nothing there is very interesting. Oh my goodness, I just stuck my toe in a can of white paint. Jeez. Alright, let's move that out of the way. Now doing what I just did, squished a lot of the cells. There's still absolutely no unity. You can't have, well, I don't want a painting with no unity. I love this. Gosh. I almost think I'm just going to have to tilt it drastically. Try and get it to all run into each other. I know some of you are probably saying, oh my god, all those gorgeous cells. And I agree. That looks bizarre. But I can't just... I can't have one canvas with 10 paintings on it. Well, you know, I could have drawn dividers, like made it like individual. Nothing good is happening here. Let's see if swiping it together will do any good. Or if it's just going to end up looking weirder than... See, when you have a feeling your painting's going nowhere, that's when you can really experiment, because you got nothing to lose. I think I'm gonna have to dump off. Sacrifice it. You know, it's really weird that this part doesn't move. I like the look of the elongated cells though. I've always liked that look. So I'm breaking into that. I'm gonna bust open that area. I know, it looks awful right now, but I'm trying to put it back together with like big cells, if it will work. I've kind of got an idea in my head. Oh, there's a ghost right there. I love this look. You guys know I love that look and this look. So what I have done is I have stretched out a bunch of cells. I really want this to go back to being thicker, so I'm going to give it some help. Same with this. No, that didn't help, did it? I'm really not sure where this is taking me now. Might be nowhere, but it's fun to watch. Man, I had a lot of paint on that canvas, didn't I? Actually, guys, I'm kind of liking it. I like this area and this area. I wish this area would stretch out a little. I always say don't give up, but I'm just going to drag all my favorite parts down. All right. Hey everybody, so my video cut off on the last one because I was blathering on too long. So I've got a half-hour limit. So this is this. I love this part, but it really just kind of looks like crap. There's no unified look to it. So I think I am just going to do a flip cup on it. I'm leaving this like this. And I'm going to do just a regular flip right there. So I'm going to get gloves on because I'm telling you, I don't want to give up on this. Even though I probably should scrap it and start all over again. But I don't want to do that. Okay, so add a little white, and then all of these colors. Ooh, look at them selling like crazy in there. Wow. Check that out. It's pretty sweet. Alright. Some more. That didn't quite work. Maybe I'll do a little bit of a drag. So now let's see what happens. God, those colors are beautiful, aren't they? Absolutely beautiful. All I had was a little bit left of the black. So, but even adding just that little bit makes a difference. Oops. So, I didn't give up. I changed the entire outcome of it. But look at that. That is awesome. Seriously cool. Very, very, very happy. Gosh, I haven't made anything that looks like this in a long time. Because, you know, this has lighter color because of the white, but it is not a negative space pour. And I could not be happier with it. The addition of the black really makes it, I think. So I'm going to torch it a little, not too much. It's just loving it. All that previous half hour for nothing. This was like 5 minutes. But, you know, sometimes it takes, that's why some people are like, how long does it take to do a pour, you know? And yeah, it may only take 5 minutes, but it actually took 40 minutes just for the painting, not including all the other parts of it. So, you know, something may seem to be really fast, but it's not. So let's zoom in, take a look-see. Ooh, that looks like lips. Oops, isn't that neat? Edges are pretty. Super happy. Love it. That one might have to go in my new room. Now I just want to keep everything. But thanks for hanging in there with me and watching me. Have a great day.